What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for more animation Throwdown. I'm the Mac, and today we have Siege Weekend. Also, I'm just going to kind of play today since we don't have too difficult of a matchup and just kind of talk about the state of the game a little bit. Not that it's gone too topsy-turvy or anything, but there's definitely been some interesting changes lately. We are just going to go ahead and attack Futurama and take this island down. And to start off, we'll kind of talk about Arena a little bit. In Arena, they now have a new reward system as well as the ranking system will reset, a whole different update and a whole different change. If you haven't seen my update video, take a peek at that. But basically, the main issue people are running into is they can't drop back below the rank that they're on. And the reason why that's an issue is because they're getting stuck in higher brackets and then basically not able to get more wins at all. So they're like, I've seen people in chat that in the Discord chat, they've talked about that they're stuck at 500, they're stuck at 1,000, and then there's players up in the higher level stuck at 2,000, stuck at 2,500, 3,000, and they just can't get a win because they're pushed up to a higher bracket, and then they can maybe get 1 or 2 wins, but they're just ultimately like stuck up there. So a lot of people have been wanting to get an option to disable staying up higher or enable it, like you can turn it on and off. I thought that was a really good idea, and I'm down for that as well. Currently I'm above 3k, and I had tried autoing for like the Elite Card Master Challenge, and I got like an abysmal amount of points. I mean, I had some wins, but it was just an abysmal amount of points, basically to the point where it's not worth doing at all. Like not at all. I'm just wasting my refills. There's no point in me going for first in the Elite Card Master Challenge. So that is a little unfortunate, but I'm sure that's something the devs will work on and work to change pretty soon, because there's been a lot of feedback specifically in regards to the arena changes. So I bet that'll be one of the first things they change. But also, I've been seeing a lot of comments on the buffs. So some people really love the buffs at the start. And the reason because is everybody they're playing has the old like BGE set. So Bob's Burgers is current. So once they play with the Bob's Burgers deck, they're like, oh, this is great. It's got payback, it's got gas, it's got burn, because they're playing against the last BGE. They're playing against people who haven't set a new deck yet. And then all of a sudden, as the days and weeks start to go by with Bob's Burgers, all of a sudden nobody liked the BGE anymore. People were like, I can't get wins, like this is crazy, their cards are doing so much gas and payback. I mean, even just basic epic PCs, even combos that are like the most outdated combo in the world that have like 1 or 2 or even 0 skills, they start out with gas, payback, and burn. So that's insane. That's a lot of buffs just for a card that essentially has nothing to start. Now, I'm kind of not sure where to sit myself on like my opinion. It definitely makes it more challenging, and so I think that's good. But at the same time, if it's too challenging, are people getting enjoyment, you know? Is it really like something that's a good change? And so, and also in the video, we just knocked out Futurama just kind of while we're rambling on, but we're going to hop over to Athletic now. And so, yeah, but that's kind of my thought is like, yeah, a more challenging change can be good, but does that mean it's the best change? There's just such a disparity of people in the high ranks and the low ranks that the gameplay and what they deal with is so different. So it's not like making a change will affect people in the same way. I think the rank thing is affecting people in the same way, because I mean, even once you're above 3,000, like even the best decks are gonna lose because up at the top there's just PC walls. So it's definitely just something to think about. I know for me personally, playing the no refill challenge a lot recently, that's definitely been a challenge and a half. I've been still doing well, but it's definitely not easy whatsoever. because even, yeah, people just at a low arena rank compared to myself, they get to start out with a lot of buffs. That is something I'm experiencing, but I feel like that's just not, that wouldn't ever be fair for me to complain about, because like I'm at a higher level, and then that's what helps them compete like that. That's what helps their deck stay good. So I shouldn't ever be like, oh, NRC should be easy, or this game mode should be easy just because it's affecting my points. No, I should be able to adapt, and I should be able to play around it and play a different deck. I feel like that's how most people should feel as well. Now, if it was like borderline impossible even to win with on BGE decks, which some people are kind of claiming that. Some people are claiming that they can't win even with Bob's Burgers, and I believe that is true. Because if you take some people who only have so many legendaries, it's not like, or no combo mastery, they might not like even have a strong Bob's Burgers deck, even though it's on BGE. So it just might make it harder. So let's do this island here. Hopefully no one's attacking at the same time, because I think I'm not sure if it lost one. I can't recall. Lost a point. But it's okay, we'll try to speed run this round. So, but yeah, you guys will have to let me know your thoughts, what you guys think about some of the changes. I know I kind of had that discussion over in the updates video, but now there's been a little bit more time to set in, a little bit more time to experience it. I think we still haven't seen the worst of it. I think this next clash will tell us a little bit more about what we'll have to deal with as far as defense decks from arena, because now again there's so much goofing off you can do in arena now, because you can't fall down below a certain level. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But even then, there's just going to be people that can set defense decks way more easily, because they can't go below a certain threshold, so they can just keep losing and losing until they finally set a defense deck. But then it'll be even more prevalent, because after this BGE, that's when the first set of decay will take effect. And so what that means is even people that you might be getting in Melee or Clash that have had their decks set for a long time will no longer be there anymore, because their decks will be dropping down. And that'll be interesting to see as well. How far are their decks going to drop down? Because are there going to be people with like that, you know, we're up in the 3000s, or we're up in the high 2000s, that are eventually gonna fall way down into the low ranks, like in the 2000s? Do they eventually fall into like the 500s? Presumably it'll scale, like it'll defer some of the decay the lower it goes, depending on where you've placed before. But even then, like even if 3k decks end up all piled up at like 2k, that'll still be really bad for most people. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out. But we're diving into American Dad here. This should be interesting. We got some payback going on. Not great. I'll go ahead and throw Abelard down for some healing. Abelard's a cool guy. I don't have any cheer going on, so even if that slot goes down, it's not a big deal for me. Nope, won't go down now. Shouldn't. We got Meat Man. Should be a-okay. Yeah, and then we can throw down another Meat Man. Get a little bit more healing going on. Just some good old Clumpsies for Motivate. Probably could have just played a bunch of Clumpsy against this. It'd been interesting to see, because the Clumpsy's got the bunker built in. It doesn't have Cripple All. It does have bunker built in. I kind of, I don't know. I've definitely like looked at my Clumsy Claws as far as like applications for them. It's pretty good. It's pretty strong like combo, I think, a little bit more defensively, because it has the bunker built in. So if someone is attacking it on offense, they have a little bit more to deal with. That'll be interesting. I could play it here, because we'll be taking payback every time. I don't think that'll be end of the world. What we'll do a weird, no, we'll do another one-man band. We'll do a weird Abelard here, an early Abelard for some healing. Do Clumpsy. Okay, we're not, well, we'll just start doing Clumpsy. They're not punishing us. Yeah, we already took out that slot. There we go. Not too bad. Let's see. Is there anything else that's been on the discussion, the hot topics recently in Discord? Trying to think. I mean, maybe we just still need more time. I think there'll be a lot more like revelation on how the changes have affected the game once the first like once everybody gets reset for the first time and the new BGE starts. I think we'll have a little bit more perspective at that point. Go ahead and throw Abelard down. We're kind of just chilling this siege. We kind of got bumped down. We had an unlucky battle last time. It was very close. I believe I uploaded that one. So we ended up losing by like, or I think it was just like a couple hundred points, or was it? No, it might have been like 1,100 because I don't think we finished off one of their islands, and we needed like 1 or 2 left. So like it was really close. So we kind of got okay, it's not unlucky, but we was just really close. If we had that one, we would be up decently high actually. But we'll work our way back up. I kind of like a chill siege weekend. I don't have to sweat super heavily and develop a hardcore strategy. I don't mind it. I really like it. I like strategizing and playing. Siege is definitely, there's a lot to consider, especially depending on what they're running on defense and how many cards they have and all kinds of things. We'll just do a one-man band into a meat man, and then let's hit him with some clumsy. Start spamming clumsy, get some motivate going. Oh, they hit us with that good boy witch snot. Crazy. All right, and that should be the end of that one. Looking good. But what about for you guys that play Animation Throwdown? What have you been experiencing lately in the game modes that you focus on, whether it's siege or no refill or arena or clash melee? What's kind of been the points of concern, points of frustration, or maybe the points of enjoyment recently? What's really been, oops, I did not play the best card there, but what's been on your guys' mind? You have to let me know. I like to get a lot of feedback. I like to know where people's perspectives are, kind of what they're feeling, and so I can kind of gauge off of that, because I like to know the overall sentiment of the game. I feel like that's really important. Wait, they got all these in large combos. Should have placed a bunker down, but I did not. I'll play it next, right here. All right, looking good. I could have more healers in here. That would probably be a good idea. Kind of just have a couple. I just kind of just have my like arena deck going on. I mean, well, I guess I don't use this arena deck currently anymore, but just one of the arena decks. Let's do heal all. There we go. We only have up to 35 cards. Okie dokie. We'll take out a one-man band. Throw in a wedding decorator. Not that it's too big of an issue. Should be fine regardless. We're on to our final battle for the siege weekend. Crazy stuff. Let's see. I'm just curious if this gets gassed. Okay, it should not. Should not get gassed. Oops, played the wrong card there. Doesn't really matter. They double comboed, so we can go crazy with Clumsy Claws out here, who's just gonna take advantage of that opening down at the end. Very good stuff. Pretty straightforward siege day. We already have, I mean, the event just turned over 45 minutes ago. We got 2 of their islands down. This one will probably fall shortly, and it looks like Armed will go down next. Anyways, enough rambling. Appreciate you guys tuning in for Siege. Appreciate you guys leaving your thoughts down below and for subscribing and following along for more. I've been appreciating all the connectivity that's been going on recently. Really love you guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.